Hey everybody, it is MariahFang. Welcome to my channel. Today we got a lovely package from Heretic Perfume, and I needed some new perfume because it's been a while, and every time I spray something on myself, I'm like, it just is not giving the vibe that I'm looking for. And I've used other scents before. They're like influenced by other themes that I thought were like not really my fitting for this time of year because it is spooky season. A lot of my stuff is more like spring, floral, summery, you know, like I want something that kind of covers the whole year, but also especially fall. Fall is like the one scent where I'm like, where the fuck is it? So I ordered online. I don't know what's in here exactly. Like there's two things that I ordered, I know for sure, but I did leave a note like, hey, if I do an unboxing thing or review, can you guys leave something? That would be cool. So we're gonna open this up and see what we got. Safety first, don't hang on to that side. Before I talk and before I get this going, I have 3 other things to show you guys as well. I have many resources on how I put perfume on, and I feel like some of these might be the best way for longevity, but I will cover that as soon as we open. One is castor oil, the other is just regular body lotion, and the rest is a sweet almond oil. You could also use vitamin E oil, but the one I have has lemon oil infused, which might mess with the other scents. So I'm just kind of leaving that there for now. Alright, voila, it is open. Okay, let's take a look. Ooh, I already like the packaging already. Oh my god! That is so precious. I love this outside little edging here. And it says Heretic on top. Oh my god. There's a little pull tab on the bottom. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, okay. Can you see that clearly? Look how beautiful that looks. It looks so fucking good. Like, it looks amazing. Oh, I should probably take these sides off. Whoops. Alright, we'll pull these off to the side. That was a little antsy. Oh, so that's how they do that. Okay. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Let's not break it. Let's not break it. You guys get to be the first to look. Ooh, okay. Alright, 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 alright. So I'm gonna move the camera so you guys can kind of see this here. Look at that. It is scented with dirty mango. And look at the symbol on that, the wax seal. Yeah, that looks fucking cool. And then they have a little letter that's on the top, so I'm gonna go take a look at that. Yeah, you can smell it on the card too. It's so fucking good. Oh my god. I might do this for a summer one. I might do that. We're gonna open up the letter first, see what they got. So we're gonna take the letter out. What do we got here? Wonder if this is shipping confirmation? Perfect. Okay, so this is the shipping confirmation. This is everything that has been ordered. I did put notes, like if you have freebies of anything I'd like to review on YouTube channel, MariahFang. I'm also a photographer, and let me know. So that was cool. That was pretty dope. I'm glad they have like a little insert area because I might, just might, reuse this container because it looks so fucking cool. It's so pretty. I'm gonna try opening this without wrecking some of the paper because I like to hoard paper a little bit. I do like the wax seal in here. I think it's really pretty. It might be a rubber seal. No, it's definitely wax, I think. Feels like it. Okay, I might need 2 hands. Hang on. Oh, interesting. It looks like a wax seal, but it's actually just a piece of plastic with like... Oh, that is weird. It's made to look like a wax seal, but I think it might be plastic. But I could be wrong. Wax doesn't do that, does it? I don't know, I'm keeping it though. I'm putting it on here, I don't care. I am pasting it right on the envelope. It is going right there. Okay, so now... Oh my god. You could smell that mango too. That smells so good. Ooh! That smells so good! Only put something in here. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is? Ah! Okay, okay. It is called, if I could see that in the embossment, frankincense? Oh no, hang on. Okay, I'm opening this up right now. Okay, frankincense. Okay, it says Heretic. What do we got? What do we got? Does it smell? I smell something. And so we... Oh my god! That is so sick! From the depths of olfactory imagination in the flickering candlelight of audacious alchemy comes frankincense, a daring concept from Heretic Perfume. This is not a fragrance, it is a creation, a conjuring, a beautiful stitched together symphony of scent assembled from the limbs of your favorite perfumes, each one vital organ in this monstrous delight. Like Dr. Frankenstein, you too shall play God, layer accords, splice notes, defy convention, build your own scented soul with the reckless, radiant abandon, a touch of smoke here, a whisper of rose there. Dare to bring your own creature to life, whether it breathes fire or seduces with a sigh. It is yours, an unique being born of boldness and bottled magic. Frankincense is an invitation, no a summons, to revel in the dark art of layering, to disregard the dusty commandments of single note obedience, to become the perfumer, the poet, the mad scientist of seduction. I like how they did this, like the evil eye looking blue, and that one is called Cactus? I can't read the other side of it, but it says something about cactus. That's an interesting scent. Okay, what's the next page? And so we ask, what will you create, darling? Will it be wicked or wonderful? Beware, for once awakened, your frankincense may never go back to sleep. Ooh, they have angel trumpets, or angel's trumpet like I've seen on their website, the Dirty Rose. Dirty Violet is an interesting one because I do have a fragrance that is already violet, and that one is outstanding. Floral haunts, creature of petals, poison, and nocturnal bloom. They lure with fragrance and linger as memory. So they kind of give all of the descriptions of each one that they represent in the florals. So you have the Dirty Suede and Voodoo Lily, so you can like layer those two together. And with Voodoo Lily and Dirty Suede, a soft collision of worn suede and spectral bloom. Dirty Suede brings warmth, musky, smoky, and lived in while Voodoo Lily drapes it in pale florals tingled with something strangely botanical. I cannot read today, apparently. Almost electric. Together they conjure the essence of faded dinery and ghostly gardens. Quiet, dramatic, beautiful, peculiar. So they kind of give combinations in what that vibe is going to give, or like that scent, the atmosphere, the environment. I'm curious, like the Dirty Violet, I do have a little bit of violet that kind of represents something close on their website. I wonder if I get Angel's Trumpet next, it will do exactly like this next one here. But I'm gonna read on. There is also Sacred Abomination. There's two. It makes sense because it's like end of the world kind of like feeling. Angel's Trumpet and Dirty Suede. A lot of Revelation like reference to that, which is kind of funny. And then we have Nocturnal Beast. So they have like Nocturnal Tuberose with sandalwood, and then Smudge and Sandalwood sounds really good too. I like that. And then Flesh and Fruit Terrors. Yeah, it's the Cactus Abduction was that one in the middle that I was telling you guys about. And then the Dirty Peach. So those two. They also have Alienkin. Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder what that sounds like. Something wild has passed through. Okay, so like a lingering scent of something wild. So that one might have an interesting combination. Very like lively. Okay, so that's like the preview of that. It looks really interesting. I think I might like dive deeper into that. It does smell really good though. I'm getting like suede for some reason. Yeah, like leather and fruit. Leather and fruit. It might be like the Dirty Mango one that has been like fragrant together. Alright, so now that we have these two, we have Voodoo Lily, which was a pretty common one I saw on their website. I'm gonna pull this out really calmly because I'm like wanting to see what this is. So the packaging looks beautiful. I really like that. Oh my god, even the outside smells like mango. It smells really good. I don't think Voodoo Lily is supposed to be mango, but I know it's sprayed with the other stuff, so I'm just gonna let that kind of marinate a bit. God, the packaging just smells wonderful. So I'm going to leave that out, and then the next one that we got was the Nosferatu. I saw this on their website. It did look a little expensive to get like a big bottle, so I was like, I'm just gonna get a small one because I've seen the movie for Nosferatu. I love the movie, but I feel like Dracula: A Love Tale is... I've seen some bits on TikTok. I might just I might order that if Heretic Perfume and Dracula Love Tale, if you two kind of like make a perfume, I'm definitely gonna buy it. It sounds good. Okay, but the Nosferatu one, I saw I think it was the Rollerball. Ude Macabre, so that one is... Where are you at? Where are you at? I think it might be the Rollerball. I will say I do love how all the writing is on the tube. Like, they do give a description, like this one's going to be haunting, floral, and stormy. So I'm imagining like some of the flowers represented in the film, like maybe lilac. I think it was lilac. And then you have a little bit of like rain, fresh kind of smell. And then the haunting, I'm wondering if it might be like leather. I didn't really like dive too deep. I just saw that like it was Nosferatu, and I'm like, I gotta try this out and see what it smells like. But it says, what does the world of vampires smell like? That's the first thing that caught me, was it was a vampire scent. I had to go check it out. Heretic and Nosferatu collab present a scent that is an apparition, otherworldly, straddling a line between the world in this world and the next. Patricia, lilac, ambergris, and ode from a beautiful pale and pellucid core that will haunt you, but in the best possible way. So there's definitely lilac, the petrichor, the ambergris, and the ode form a beautifully pale and pellucid chord. So it's kind of like a combination of those three. Robert Eggers' Nosferatu is a gothic tale of obsession between a haunted young woman and the terrifying vampire infatuated with her, causing untold horror in its wake. Now, I'm not a person that likes old men, but not like that. Not like 300, 500 years old, okay? But I do like a, like, vampire-esque kind of person that has, like, a little bit of a little haunting tale to them. But not so haunting where it scares me away. So I'm pretty sure this might be more of a scent that is neutral for, like, gender-wise. Gender neutral, I say that as in it's both all over the spectrum, you know, like keeping it neutral, you know, male, female, everything in between, that this is the scent that is going to be more flexible. So you can, like, if you're a guy, if you're they, you're them, you're fae, you're dragon, whatever, you're woman or female, she, they, she, them, vice versa, it works for you. I think it'll be very beautiful, whoever wears it. I do know that, like, scents can play a strong way of changing when it's on your own skin. Like, when it smells like on me, might be slightly different for somebody else, just because of hormones. A lot of chemicals that we create are very different. Sweat is another thing too, what you put into your body. So if you eat a lot of garlic, you're probably gonna smell like garlic a little bit. So I feel like this is a pretty good staple that they have right now. For like the three, haunting, floral, stormy, going back to that, I think it'll bounce off beautifully. If you do eat a lot of garlic, it's fine. You're not gonna die if you put this on. But I do want to try it right now. But before I put this on, I did look up the hours and what people were saying, like, okay, how long does Nosferatu last and how long does Voodoo Lily last? Hey lovelies, I'm back, and I just got the Nosferatu reapplied onto my skin. It's been about 24 hours, and honestly, it took me about like every hour to like reapply it, or like every hour and a half. Now, I didn't do every single hour. I kind of stopped after 3 because I was like, that's kind of obsessive. I don't want to like waste all of it. But if you are looking for like a lighter perfume, quote unquote, or like a lighter scent, would probably be the better way to say it. A lighter scent would be like a Rollerball, and I think it seems to be okay. I'm gonna try out the perfume when it does come in the mail soon, possibly at some point, or when I order that next, but I'm gonna try like a Nosferatu Rollerball versus the perfume. I think the perfume might actually stay a little bit longer compared to the Rollerball in itself, and I think there is like a different scale system for perfume. So I think 100% pure perfume is like the strongest, and then it goes down the list. I'll put it up here when I can find it, but basically the Nosferatu one, I love the smell of it, but it needs to be reapplied quite a bit. But for the price point, you kind of get what you get for it, so I decided that, yeah, maybe we should go with the perfume. Probably be a little bit better. However, I don't want to say like comparing Rollerball versus perfume, because it's kind of like apples to oranges in a way for like the strongness of that perfume. The Voodoo Lily stayed for well over 24 hours. I also did a room test because I wanted to see like how long the scent would stay in my room, and as soon as I walk in, I'm like, yep, I could kind of faintly smell it after like 24 hours. So I think the Voodoo Lily is gonna be like a big staple for me on like special occasions. Like if I want to smell good all night, I'm gonna do this. If I want something to kind of add to it, I'll do a Rollerball. And then on my like casual lighter days, I may do this, like if I'm just gonna be outside for an hour or two. But when it comes to the perfume, the Voodoo Lily is so good. I could still smell it on my clothes from yesterday. I'm not wearing my clothes right now, obviously, but I have had them like next to my hamper because I was like, I'm gonna wait to see how long it is and just kind of want to see the smell. The Voodoo Lily definitely does have like a stronger scent. It's like you could still smell it like away from your face a little bit. So I'm definitely gonna stick with like perfume as in spray versus a Rollerball. I know that like Rollerballs tend to be a little bit more on the fainter side for a lot of smells depending on like what scent is added to it. So I would like to see another test between like the Rollerball Nosferatu versus the perfume spray, like I said. So that was once, honestly. I don't remember spraying another time. I think I was just like, yep, that smells pretty good. Okay, I can still smell it. So that's what I think about that Heretic perfume, but there's more to this, so I'm gonna let you watch the rest of it. So stick around, there's more than just the longevity. I kind of want to talk about application and stuff. So we're gonna open this up, and the one way that I can show you guys on what I put stuff on, I'll do one probably with some castor oil like on my wrist or preferably on my hair. There's two ways that you can put castor oil on, at least for me. And then the sweet almond oil, I'm going to use that as an added, just to like, it's a lighter oil, so it's not going to, oh fuck, I fucked up the packaging already. It's not going to be as heavy as the castor, but the castor is nice if you do have like super thick hair. You can dab a little bit behind your head to like hydrate those fibers. It's gonna be fall, it's gonna be like dry. I feel like the castor might help in the winter months. For fall, we might have to use the sweet almond. Also, sweet almond is gonna have a little bit of like a warm, neutral base scent. Yeah, it's gonna have a little more neutral, so it's light. It might not be heavy as the castor if you want to like keep it on long for winter, but I think it works just the same. Okay. Alright, so we do have our little Nosferatu one. There we go. Let me just take this out. It is a little rollerball, so that's pretty good. Rollerballs, ooh. Ooh. That is so good. It is like, it's soft, it's smooth, definitely smells like rain. Woodsy. Smell that lilac in the after. And like that's the first thing I'm smelling. Like, I'm smelling fresh rain. I'm smelling woodsy. And then there's a lingering lilac that fades after. But there is some like warmness to it after. It like has like a couple stages. So the first stage, you smell a brisk of rain, you're like, okay, oh, we're in the forest. Okay, okay. I passed down some lilacs. Okay, ooh, all right. Warm. I like that. I like that. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. That's what I'm getting from this one. So what I'm going to do is put this on here on my wrist just a little bit. Get that working in there so you can see it. Probably can't see it honestly, but just a little bit so you can see that. There we go, you can see it in the light. And then rub it. I feel like it changes a little bit too because there is some coconut I thought I saw. Yeah, organic coconut oil. Definitely can smell that. There's like... Now that's where the lilac is. Okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Sense. Alright, so we're gonna do some sweet almond. And this I'm just going to dab a little bit on my finger. Dab it again. Dab it again. Alright, so this is how much I use for almond oil. You can see how like it's just dripping. I'm going to put a little bit on my wrist and then do this. Now some of that perfume is going to get in there and that's okay, so I'm just going to rub that. There, so now it's all rubbed in, and then the rest of this oil I could probably just like put it through the ends of my hair a little bit just to freshen those up. Okay, so now that I have that on there, you can go ahead again and go on top of the oil. Oh yeah, now you can definitely tell it's staying. Ooh. Yeah, that's really nice. I don't even have to go that close to my nose, I can already smell it. Now, just letting you know, my nose is very sensitive, so I can pick up scents a little bit stronger. But because my nose is so sensitive, I feel like I can pick up whether or not it's going to be like too sensitive for me, because us women, we do have like superpower noses for some reason. I don't know why, but it's light. It's not overbearing. It's like I can go in for a hug with somebody and they'll be like, "You smell good," you know? That's what I'm usually getting with this kind of stuff, is the smell. Yeah, I can go in for a hug with somebody and not feel like, am I gonna be too stinky? Am I gonna be like too strong? No. So Nosferatu, love it. I'm definitely gonna do like a couple days test on it and then do like a part 2 to this video, so that way you guys can tell like how long this has lasted, because this first video might be a little long, but I'll do a review cap on this, so it may or may not be included in this video. It depends on how fast I get things done. But an in-depth of that. So good. So fucking good. If I had a sterile, clean hairbrush, you would know what I mean, but in this economy, you're just gonna have to look at the hairbrush, okay? Alright. I cleaned it as much as I could. That's the best you're gonna get. So there might be fuzzies on it. Just giving you a heads up. Alright. So, I'm going to show you guys a little magic trick on how to apply a rollerball perfume and make it stick long to your brushes. I like to go in with a bristle board brush. To be fair, I feel like some of these are plastic. There is some bristle boards in between, but it's not. There's some, but it's not all of it. It's like a mixed blend of plastic and bristle board brush, but if you get one of these from Sally Beauty Supply, get one, or get a better one online, to be fair. There's going to be a hard side and a soft side. You want the soft side. So on the soft side, you will either take 1 drop of castor oil, just 1 drop, that's all you need. 1 drop of castor, because that's for your hair, or vitamin E. Preferably, you can also do a sweet almond if you have lighter hair. So I use this in the front sometimes. Sometimes I'll just take like a little bit between my fingertips and like spread it between there. This is mostly vitamin E and sweet almond with a little bit of sunflower, but if you want something and you have thick, dry hair, a lot of it, use the castor. The almond is more for like light, finer hair, and even then I still like am a little weary of it. You can also use conditioner, but that's a whole nother thing. So castor oil, it's usually best for like fall, winter, and you can just do a little bit of drops on your fingertips. You can use it for scalp massage, you can use it for scalp, just getting all the icky, you know, if like you have psoriasis or like a little bit of like dry, crusty flakes. You could probably do this, but I'm not a doctor, so go ask your doctor. But the thing that I would suggest is taking like 1 or 2 drops. So I will put it on my hand, or I will just put it on here. It'd be like 1, 2. So that's all you need, 2 drops. And you're just going to massage the top. Work that in the bristle brushes, working around. Cool, you got a little bit on your finger? That's alright. Now, this, it's gonna be a little weird, but trust me, you're going to kind of go at a 45-degree angle and just roll the ball on top. Or like circle it. Movement. You can kind of smell it a little bit too. And there should be some on your brush, and then all you have to do is just brush it through your hair. Preferably there might be some oil on it, but it's okay. But you can go from like underneath. See how it already hydrates and it smells good? You can do the same thing. Just work it in. You already smell it. The best part about the rollerball is that you don't use much of it and it goes a long ways. So I'm going to put this one back. Put that in here. And it's got a cute little symbol on top from the movie. Oh, how cute that is. I like that. Alright, so we're going to put this away. Also, I probably should have said this before applying, but make sure you do like a little test on yourself and get like one of the tiny samples to make sure you're not allergic. But this has been so good so far for scent wise. The next one I have is Voodoo Lily, and it's kind of hard to see the ingredients label because everything is like dark writing. But it says ingredients, organic sugar cane alcohol, blend of something. I can't read the rest of it. I'll have to look on the website. But I'm gonna go take a... I broke it. Oops. Wrong way. Alright, we're gonna open it this way. Voodoo Lily. Alright, Voodoo Lily, what do you got? Otherwise, Nosferatu, 10 out of 10. Now, Voodoo Lily is looking pretty schmexy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Now, I should kind of let this room air out, honestly, before I spray the next one, and it's best to sniff, like, coffee. I know it sounds weird, like, don't snort coffee, but, like, smell coffee before we start with a new scent. So, that's what I'm gonna go do really quick. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of like swirl this around a little bit so I can get that all mixed up. Alright, what do we got? Alright, little spray nozzle. So I'm going to spritz this on a piece of paper. So I sprayed this on a piece of paper and a little bit of myself. And I will say Voodoo Lily does stand out a lot stronger than the Rollerball. It's more of a warm, spicier, but some sweet in it. So you can definitely smell like some lily. Not just because it's in the name, but because it's there. I smell like a... It's like warm. Like a pepper. Not like sneeze pepper, but more like a smooth scent. Alright, so I had to go back to the website because part of it I was like, okay, where's that warm scent coming from? Because I wanted to guess and see what it was before I just dove right into it. And like I knew the simple ones that were in it. I knew that lily was in there, and I knew that there was some sandalwood, but I didn't know what the rest of it was. Frankincense. I could smell it and I feel purified because I use frankincense a lot in like my cleansing rituals, and I feel like it's kind of nice to have that in there because frankincense is very cleansing. so it also lingers quite a bit too. But sometimes I don't like the frankincense like resin or like the incense sticks, because it gets like smoky and I can't have that in here. So I usually stick with like anything that is I usually stick with like salt cleanses, baths, lots of baths. I also stick with more like warmers and stuff like that, perfumes. So this has been kind of nice to like, okay, I can like use this as part of my spell work if I wanted to. Also, it's made for like a powerful love spell of Voodoo Lily, so like a lot of love magic is what I like to do personally for myself, not for anybody else. Like there's we're gonna talk about that. Don't be doing love spells and doing that on other people. Do it on yourself first, because you'll attract the love of your life that way. Just letting you know. But basically, that warmness, going back to the smell, the black pepper, I can smell that. Definitely smell it. The coriander is what kind of like made that warmness too. There's also what is that? Patchouli, of course, you could smell that, and the sandalwood. I feel like this would be a perfect all-around season smell to wear. But definitely I would pair this like maybe with a more vanilla, and then more of like something that has clove in it for like that fall season. So this is kind of nice. It like, it stands out more than the Rollerball, obviously, because it's a perfume, or like it is a little bit more in the air. So with the Rollerball and the Rollerball of Nosferatu and the Voodoo Lily put together, it really does bring this calming like library. Hold up. Wait a minute. I am that role right now. Fuck. Alright, everybody, be quiet. No, it does kind of have like a vampire library kind of smell to it, but it's very like inviting and seductive still. If that makes any sense. Like, it sounds a lot like Blood Orange by Karina Hall, like that kind of setting. If you haven't read that book, it's so good. But this smell basically describes like that whole meeting a vampire in a big ass book library, and they're like just browsing through history like it's no big deal. I'm like, damn, that's kind of hot. It's like that. But overall, it is a great smell. I think it's soothing, very soothing, alluring, seductive. I don't know, seductive to me is more like, it has some warmth, but it's not overbearing. Like, this smell might be on the verge of like, maybe you should wonder if this person that you're gonna hug is kind of like, they might like it. They might like it a lot. So be warned. It's not a bad scent. It's just more of like, I probably wouldn't wear this around like a family gathering. That's just me. It's very 18 and up, like ballroom, going on a date with somebody, like that kind of scent. That's what I describe this. For having a sensitive nose, I will say it's like, it's definitely there, but it's not enough to make me feel like ugh, atrocious. But like I say, always get like a smaller vial, and don't go big or go home, because every scent is going to be different on every person. But I feel like this smell, intoxicating, is so good. Oh my god. So they definitely got this on point. If you're wanting like a good night out kind of smell, I would go with the Voodoo. Voodoo Lily is definitely like, oh my god. Same with like, I think I want to try with Dirty Vanilla. I was just saying that too. Pair it up with the vanilla. But the one that I'm kind of confused about is like, if you want more sandalwood, go with Scandalwood. I know that sounds weird, but Scandalwood is actually a perfume that there's, like, if you put Voodoo Lily and Scandalwood together, Sandalwood. That's all I gotta say. But that's like suggestions that they were saying and stuff on here. But Definitely this has ticked off all the boxes of what kind of scent that I want. So it did take me a second. Voodoo Lily it kind of caught me off guard a little bit, like, oh, okay, it registered really well. I was like, I like this. This might become my latest obsession. So, they also suggest that, like, these scents are lighter to shear, so increasing staying power. You'll want to apply the fragrance periodically throughout the day. So Voodoo Lily, you do have to, like, reapply. Same thing with Nosferatu. You do have to reapply it. I thought about doing a test on how long it lasts with, like, the castor oil, which I still may do it. That's definitely going to be a part 2 video. And same with the sweet almond. So I'm going to check to see how long it lasts in my hair. Definitely going to try the rollerball one, though, on that, because I know that Voodoo Lily, like, the spray, aura. Already aura. So it's good. It's not a bad, it's more of like a, okay. For layering, they also suggest encouraging you to layer 2 to 3 Heretic fragrances, not only to increase the overall intensity, but to help you create your next signature scent. So make it yourself kind of thing. So I got 2 that I really like. I do feel like the perfume does overpower the rollerball. So be mindful of that. Like, if you want something strong, find your stronger one and make it a rollerball, and then go with the super light stuff as your spray, like a little dust. Because, yeah, the scents, I feel like if you want something thick, go with an oil. If you want something light, go with a spray. So that's just me. But choose wisely. Choose wisely. Do your light scents as sprays. Do your strong scents as oils, is what I should say. So those are my 2 cents on what Heretic perfume is for me. It changes for everybody else. I hope you enjoyed it. This is just like a little thing I wanted to do, and I did get like a little freebie, so I'm pretty content with that. Also, Dirty Mango might be on my next list here of things to try. They do have a body and hair mist. Oh my god. This is a dangerous website because there's too much good stuff. Also, I think they have a 15% off right now. Or no, it's a 10% off for email and stuff like that. So if you do want something like that, go sign up for their email. I am looking forward to their they have like a witchy scent called Hexane, I think it was. But I'm also kind of curious if the next vampire movie comes out, a Dracula, a Love Tale. Sign me up. Alright, so thank you so much. I hope you had a great time. Heretic Perfume, if you're watching this, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate just like the hard work and like what you put into it. Also the box. Wonderful staple piece. I saw some people on TikTok too that were like opening up like different shape boxes. I'm like, oh, that is so smart. So I'm going to go put this away, and I'm going to go like diddly daddly on the internet a little bit and see what they got for other things, because god damn, it's worth it. The price is worth it, depending on the smell. I say that because some of the stuff I will say is like, do you like lighter scents or stronger scents? And if you use like a strong scent on a light spray, probably should use it on the rollerball, just letting you know. Because my theory is, if you use a strong scent on a rollerball, you only need a little bit. But if you find something that is like super light and you really like it, get the spray, because then that way you can smell it all over you. The ball is not really gonna like, it's gonna be like that tiny little measurement of intensity. So that's just my little advice on that. But hope you all have a great night. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this review. I bought everything on my own accord. They didn't pay for anything. I did. So yeah, they put their hard work in this, and I think it was worth it. So have a great time, and make sure to stay whimsical. So bye.